It happened. It actually happened. The internet is ablaze, timelines are fracturing, and the collective heartbeat of the fandom has skipped into an entirely new rhythm. This is not a drill, not a fantasy edit, not a delusional daydream. This is real, and it is monumental. Today, the world of high fashion was not just grazed, it was fundamentally reshaped. At the epicenter of this seismic shift was Louis Vuitton's Visionary Journey event, a gathering meant to map the future of luxury and design. And standing at the pinnacle of that future, embodying the very essence of the event's title, was none other than Felix of Stray Kids. Forget everything you thought you knew about an idol at a fashion event. This was not simply an appearance, it was a statement, a declaration. From the moment the first glimpse surfaced online, a silent understanding spread across social media platforms. A king had arrived to claim his throne. The usual chatter was replaced by stunned admiration, the casual scrolling halted by the sheer force of one visual. This was the moment Felix transitioned from brand ambassador to bona fide visionary. Let's set the scene. The Visionary Journey event by Louis Vuitton is precisely the kind of exclusive, avant-garde spectacle that defines the upper echelons of fashion. It's a space where artistry meets legacy, where the DNA of the storied maison is reinterpreted for tomorrow. The guest list is a curated constellation of icons, tastemakers, and global influencers. And among them, Felix did not simply blend in, he commanded. His presence shifted the gravity of the room, pulling all focus, all lenses, all whispers toward him. This was his domain as much as it was the House of Vuitton's. Now, let's dissect the masterpiece that was his look, because every detail was a deliberate chapter in the story he was telling. First, the ensemble, the silhouette. Felix moved away from anything predictable or safe. He embraced a bold architectural approach that spoke of power and precision. Imagine a structured blazer, its lines so sharp they could cut through the noise, tailored impeccably to his frame. The fabric was undoubtedly sumptuous, possessing a weight and drape that screamed luxury from every fiber. Often leaning into a powerful monochrome palette, a profound black or a steely charcoal, the color choice served as the perfect canvas. It made his striking features and the intricate artistry of his tattoos pop with even greater intensity, turning them into living accessories. The devil, as they say, was in the details. The exacting cut of the lapel, the unique fastenings, the subtle but unmistakable glint of LV's signature hardware. This was armor for the modern icon, not merely clothing. Then, the grooming, the aura amplifier. His hair, often a playground of transformative colors, was styled with masterful intent. Whether slicked back to reveal the flawless architecture of his forehead and brows, or arranged in textured layers that whispered effortless cool, it perfectly complemented the sharpness of his attire. His makeup was a lesson in subtle power. Flawless, luminous skin provided the base for features that needed little enhancement. His eyebrows, perfectly defined, framed eyes that held a piercing, confident intensity, perhaps aided by the most subtle of liners. The lips were a natural hue. The entire philosophy was clear. Enhance, do not disguise. His visuals are a gift, and the styling merely presented them in their most potent, unfiltered form. We cannot overlook the accessories, the punctuation marks on a perfect sentence. Louis Vuitton's legacy is built on craftsmanship, and Felix's chosen pieces were the exclamation points. Chunky, statement rings adorned his fingers, layered necklaces may have rested against his collarbone, each chain catching the light, a sophisticated timepiece, undoubtedly a piece of horological art from LV, likely peeked from beneath his cuff. His shoewear, whether sleek leather boots or elevated sneakers, grounded the look with an air of undeniable cool confidence. Every element was cohesive, considered, and cool. But what truly separates a model from a muse is the embodiment. Felix did not wear the clothes, he inhabited them. His expression was one of profound, quiet assurance. The sunny, disarming smile he's known for was replaced, appropriately, by a gaze of commanding intensity. It was a look that said, I belong here. His posture, his slight nods, his every movement radiated a main character energy, so potent it was palpable even through a screen. He was comfortable, powerful, and in complete sync with the high fashion narrative surrounding him. The digital aftermath was, as expected, explosive. Hashtags like Felix, Louis Vuitton, and Visionary Journey trended globally within moments. The fandom, stays, erupted in a symphony of pride and awe. Social media feeds became galleries of his photos, captioned with declarations of "Visual King," "Help me, I've ascended," and "This is his era." The reaction transcended fandom borders. Fashion critics, editors, and stylists took note, analyzing the choices and applauding the seamless fusion of idol charisma with high fashion sensibility. They recognized that Felix wasn't just a pretty face for the brand. He was a dynamic force, bringing a youthful, audacious energy that perfectly aligned with the journey towards the future. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. For Felix, this event was a powerful consolidation of his status in the global fashion landscape. It was a statement that he is not a passing trend, but a lasting influence, a true collaborator in the Maison's story. It paves the way for deeper involvement, perhaps front-row fixtures at fashion weeks, or even collaborative design projects. For K-pop as a whole, it is another resounding testament to its pervasive cultural power. Idols are no longer just music artists. They are pivotal fashion icons, shaping aesthetics and sitting at the tables of the most exclusive houses in the world. So, what is the conclusion after witnessing this visionary journey? Today, Lee Felix did not just attend an event. He defined it. He owned it. He demonstrated with breathtaking clarity what happens when raw talent, otherworldly visuals, and authentic personality collide with monumental opportunity. The result is pure, undiluted magic, a moment forever etched in the annals of both K-pop and fashion history. This journey is far from over. In fact, it feels as though a thrilling new chapter has just begun. Now, we turn it over to you. Which specific detail of his look left you the most speechless? Was it the silhouette, the accessories, or his commanding presence? What do you believe is the next logical step for Felix in his fashion evolution? A campaign as a sole face? A collaborative design project? If you could style Felix for the next major Louis Vuitton showcase, what concept or direction would you propose? Let your voices be heard in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you were mesmerized by Felix's transformation today, and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss our breakdown of the next iconic moment in pop culture. Thank you for watching. This moment also cements a fascinating evolution within the industry itself. We are witnessing a shift where the rigid boundaries between fashion icon and musical artist are not just blurring, but dissolving entirely. Felix represents a new archetype, the total immersive artist. His stage presence, musicality, and personal style are no longer separate facets, but interconnected expressions of a singular, compelling artistic identity. His confidence in the couture house mirrors his confidence on stage. Both arenas are his to conquer. Furthermore, his presence at such an event elevates the conversation around K-pop's global influence. It's no longer about merely being invited to the party, but about actively shaping its theme and direction. Felix, through his authentic embodiment of the visionary journey concept, demonstrates that these idols are not passive guests, but co-creators of the cultural zeitgeist. They bring with them immense, digitally native communities, a deep understanding of youth culture, and a fearless approach to aesthetics that traditional fashion is keen to harness. Looking ahead, the possibilities are thrilling. Will we see Felix influencing design elements in a future LV collection? Could his unique blend of edge and elegance inspire a new line of accessories? The partnership has clearly moved beyond mere ambassadorship into a realm of mutual creative respect. Every public appearance now becomes a data point in a larger narrative of influence, each outfit a piece of lore in the building legacy of both the artist and the brand. The journey, indeed, continues, and all eyes are fixed on where Felix, as a visionary, will choose to lead it next. The runway is set, and the future of fashion looks unmistakably vibrant, bold, and refreshingly original, much like the artist now standing at its forefront.